The Las Vegas Strip and all the action here. This is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
Have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Right off the bat, here's Pickett to throw it. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Back to throw, Pickett. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. George Pickens, the intended target.
And it's 2nd down.
You look at this Raiders defense.
And they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they played in the first month. They have to be very proud of being a top 10 unit against the pass. Don't go there in this game. See if they can improve that ranking.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Well, this defense for the Raiders, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win. But definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Pickett will look to throw it here. Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 41-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41.
They'll throw again with Pickett.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They got to figure out a big call coming up here.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Calvin Austin.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Steelers are on the board first here in Vegas.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Go, Reed, go.
Now the NFL's leading rusher a season ago, Josh Jacobs.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Let's go
After
now.
an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Loose inside the 30. He's got room to roam.
Touchdown! Najee Harris, his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Boswell for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Alert! Alert!
Jacobs going to try the middle. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
You look at this Steeler defense.
They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Come on, come on.
2nd and 9.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw.
And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6.
He'll look to throw. And his going to be incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
18 ready.
Out of the gun now on third down. And that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
The kick by Carlson is good. They'll get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 points there, and CD helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he'll get it inside the 35.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
On the ready. Check.
They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Touchdowns! Davante Adams from 21 yards away.
And the Raiders are back within a score.
That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-to-interception ratio is, what, 3-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Open man, there's Darnell Washington.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
Pickett now on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get it, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
22 yards there, a first down. Dialing up another pass here, Pickett. And he finds Austin complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Pickett back to throw. This one finds Austin outright. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. And this throw incomplete. With the defender all over that time, it's going to lead to third down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football. He's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Trying with Pickett here on third down. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try. Boswell's kick is good, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. He'll let this go for Adams. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Check smash, check smash. Buffalo 18. Ready.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches are going to do short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf, dude. That's bottom shelf. Presley Harvin on to punt for the Steelers. Waiting on it will be Richie James. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides. But sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's got it out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
They're going option play on 3rd down. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
Nice pickup, 10 yards and a 1st down on the keeper.
Ready?
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. He's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
I think this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll be taken down here about the 11. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. No gain on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll look to throw here. Flush to his right.
This is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk the line with it. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that is going to tie up the game as we approach halftime. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as it kicks away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here? Looking for Austin, intercepted. And the return will stop right around the 25. It's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Johnson the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's to the rookie from Notre Dame, Michael Mayer. Inside the 15-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
And Notre Dame seems to be turning into tight end year. And they just seem to turn out those reliable chain-moving pass catchers. And Mayer, one of the best in that line. Las Vegas, fortunate to get him in round 2 and plug him in as a starter.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Looking for his running back. He's got it. Touchdown. Josh Jacobs from 13 yards out. And the Raiders will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this this one away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Pickett on 3rd and 1.
Incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, we're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Ready, break.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. 1 second, all that remains.
Looking deep for Adams. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
Let's go.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And able to get this one across the 35.
73 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Once again, it's Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
They'll run right here with Jacobs. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll set up a throw. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
They brought in the heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. He's on here, pick up of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Ready.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
A play action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll buy some time right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw. It's going to be caught for a touchdown. Jacoby Myers, an 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around, they're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And running room scares here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They'll just hold it straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
And for a third and 10 to 9, he's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Moehrig. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him, let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find the hole.
That's on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and come up with a really good plan to try to chip away this time.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. So they fall off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. 9 yards that time. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready. Hustle.
They go play action here on 1st down. Touchdown Raiders. Trey Tucker, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Boston elects to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their own 19-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And these guys target Harris. Now look at this. Big game. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Pickett will look to throw it here. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
Pickett.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Pickett right back to the air again.
Flushed out right.
And it's caught downfield by Pickens.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
To the air on first down with Pickett.
And that is incomplete.
Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Harris running straight ahead. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long third and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a third one.
Yeah, now from this spot on third down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
Pickett now, third and goal.
Escaping the pressure right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, and I saw the pressure coming out, and that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25.
16 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. Running game working. He'll stick with it on first down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Good gain there on first down. That keeps him in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Hey, check that, street.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Into the hands of Henderson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 11 yards for number 11. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Seven Pirates.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Desmond King picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
A Raider first down, 17 yards.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and they're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And he's going to have a winner first down. And that should be the one that finishes. Should just about seal the deal. This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser, who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to have a third down.
Got it. Ready?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And I tell you what, from 58, that had the points behind it. That also a career kick for the veteran, Charles.
And how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Let's go.
And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided.
Got it. Ready?
One final shot for Pickett.
He finds Austin complete. And he'll be corralled. Higher scoring game, Charles, and we typically see in the National Football League. Fun to watch these offenses. They were all clicking. It seemed like everything was really down on board.
Also, it was fun to watch from our perspective. I'll talk to those defensive coaches. That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Las Vegas, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.